It seemed as though the rabbi's future was set, but an offer came due to the merger of two synagogues in Houston, Texas, congregations Bethel and Beth Yeshurun. The new synagogue to be called Congregation Beth Yeshurun.
My grandfather came down from New York, and he really felt great about the community, that they were a strong, connected community. You know, that was really unique to have a congregation composed of, you know, people of two different, of Orthodox as well as conservative. He also believed in equality, equal rights, and I think he was very accepting of differences in people. Education was extremely important to him. Building a Jewish day school in Houston was a big commitment.
Everything he did set the tone for all that was to follow. He was a staunch Zionist even before the founding of the state, and he impressed that upon us, the importance of a Jewish state.
I remember getting ready for our bar and bat mitzvahs, and often we'd run across the street getting candy from the Totem or the 7-Eleven, and my friends would always say, "Oh, your grandfather is staring me down," you know, and so they were all afraid of him, and I never really could understand that, because to me he was a warm, loving guy, but he had a presence on the pulpit, and I think, and a very strong voice.
Rabbi Jack Siegel came to Houston. I was 14 years old, and I was in the Beth Yeshurun Hillel high school program. We had all grown up with Rabbi Malev, who was very staid. He was paternal. He was your rabbi father. It was part of a generational thing. That's how rabbis carried themselves. But we had never met a man who got up, walked around the room, told jokes, was laughing, funny, and he was a character. And we were just enthralled with him.
He came here, and I didn't come with him, in January of 1965, and I was in New York. And he called me, and he said, "You're never going to believe this, but it's 82 degrees. And he said, "Toby, they serve kosher Mexican food." He never had seen Mexican food coming from New York. And then he said, I'll never forget his words, he said, "This is the nicest congregation I've ever met."
And I was fresh out of rabbinical school, and I had a question. I expected him, maybe in a few weeks he would tell me the answer. But instead, the next day, I came to my office in the morning, and I'm not exaggerating, on my desk, 3 printouts of sermons that he had done, 6 books with markers in each book, all with different answers to this one question of Jewish law. So he had spent hours after I had asked him that question, giving me not one answer, but many answers to the question that I had. And that was vintage Rabbi Siegel.
He said, "I want to be remembered that I help everybody. In your times of happiness, in your times of sadness, every occasion you call me, I'll meet with you. If you have a problem, I don't care if you're a member, if you're not a member." He said, "That's what I want to be remembered, that I'm a human being who cares for all these people."
In a rabbinical school, they talked a lot about the most important part of your first job wasn't the location, it wasn't the synagogue. The most important aspect of finding your first job was having a senior rabbi that was a mensch and that you could learn from, that you could model your own rabbinate after. And I was very blessed to have that in Rabbi Rosen.
Rabbi Malev probably would have been shocked to know that this little boy, who was a troublemaker in the religious school, would actually grow up one day to succeed him as senior rabbi of the congregation.
I'll never forget, I was here for my interview, and we were walking down the main hall of Beth Yeshurun, and there was a piece of trash on the ground. And it wasn't just me and him, but there was a whole group of us. And as we walked by this piece of trash on the floor, which everyone walked by, it was Rabbi Rosen who bent over and picked it up. It showed me right there that he deeply cared about this place. He wanted this place to look good, to feel good, to be a place where we could all call home.
I was delighted when Brian Strauss was both nominated and then elected to succeed me. I developed a strong affection and respect for him from the time he came to Beth Yeshurun, when he was just 29 years old and he was wet behind the ears, but he already possessed enthusiasm, creativity, energy, and I think he's done a beautiful job. I'm very proud of him.
To be able to be only the fourth senior rabbi in Beth Yeshurun's history, the first thought that comes to my mind is extreme gratitude. Each of these men that came before me had their strengths, had the extraordinary ability to lead this congregation in their own challenging times, in their own beautiful and effective ways. And we lived through some pretty tumultuous events in my 25 years here, whether it was 9/11 or the Great Recession of 2008, of course, Hurricane Harvey, and October 7th, and then who could forget COVID?
I've often been asked what it was like being rabbi when Hurricane Harvey hit Houston and did such devastation to Congregation Beth Yeshurun. The truth is, it was a terrible situation for not only the synagogue, but also for me personally. Almost 500 families flooded out. That was an historic number of homes and members who were impacted by one event. And it was then that the real mettle of Beth Yeshurun was tested.
Whatever major event is happening in the world, we have found a way at Beth Yeshurun to respond, to overcome, and to respond in a positive way that allows our members to feel connected. It's a place for them to come and to grieve and to mourn and to find a sense of community, to work through these challenges. And then, of course, October 7th, 2023, I'm so proud that Beth Yeshurun was again there for people and for our community. Whether 2 nights later was hosting 1,500 people here at a large community gathering of Jews and non-Jews who came together as a moment of solidarity for the state of Israel, this was the place to be.
And grateful for Congregation Beth Yeshurun and Rabbi Strauss and all the other wonderful rabbis before him at the rabbinate. It's very special.
I knew from the moment I walked in this place is where I wanted to be. And I was immediately blown away that Beth Yeshurun wasn't just a synagogue, but it was really a community.
Beth Yeshurun has always been a small synagogue in a big place. I remember my dad. He said that the thing he loved about going to synagogue was that if he had an idea, he could share it, he could be part of it. It was a synagogue that really strove even then to be open, welcoming, that everybody is an equal member.
The synagogue is not just a place of rituals, but it's a human place where everybody cares for one another.
I think what keeps people here and connected is the family that we've created here at Beth Yeshurun.
This year I've been to temple many times with old friends from elementary school, and we sit next to each other and we always leave there so just with a feeling of calm and peace, and it's a very important part of my life, and 80 years is a long time, and I feel great pride that my grandfather was able to be part of that, and it's a very special place, and it's my home away from home.
My hope for the next 80 years is that we will have learning and a wonderful congregation of wonderful people, as it has been and will be for the next 80 years, maybe even longer than 80 years. Let's go for 100.
A synagogue is more than a place of prayer. Beth Yeshurun has always been such a place that has something for everyone who wants to be connected to the Jewish community. And I think that's been its strength. It's taken that challenge and run with it for the last 80 years. It's what has made us grow, and it's what's made us great, because we really see the big picture about what it means to be Jewish.
I hope and pray that everyone here tonight feels like I do, that what a tremendous blessing it is to be part of this incredible Jewish family, this Kehillah, this congregation, Beth Yeshurun. We have to continue to make sure that Beth Yeshurun is a place of pride, a place of Jewish learning, a place of Torah for generations to come. It's because of the work of those who've gone before us that we can enjoy the blessings of Congregation Beth Yeshurun today.